It was cracking, everybody. So, new video. Um, if if you notice the last few videos, um, I've been trying to just make people think, uh, ask questions, and there's something that's been on my mind that's concerning to me, and I hope it's concerning to a lot of other people. Um, so during the Obama administration, President Obama made it a point to weaken the United States influence across the world, um, mainly militarily, right? Um, and I didn't understand, like, I mean, I didn't get it. I saw the documentary on him, and it hinted at his father was a freedom fighter. Now, anybody that knows that term freedom fighter knows one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. The Taliban were freedom fighters. We called them, this country called them freedom fighters when they were fighting Russia. This country, through the CIA, trained them and armed them, those freedom fighters that were Taliban. And when they defeated the Soviet Union, and then they turned their aggression towards the United States, those freedom fighters became terrorists. And now going back to Obama's dad supposedly being a freedom fighter, Obama's father hated the meddling of the West, specifically the United States and England, Britain. Okay. And so there was an insinuation in the documentary that in order to, like, please his father, I don't know, his father was probably dead, but something in the back of his mind, he wanted to weaken the United States influence on other countries where there may be some quote unquote bullying, right? I don't know. I don't know what his motivations were, but I feel like the way we know things work, he was just a puppet for something bigger, a group. Who is that group? People want to call them deep state. It's deeper than deep state. Deep state, I would think, would be just a faction of this bigger thing that we don't know, we don't understand. So going from that administration, intentionally weakening the U.S. across the globe, we come into this administration, and you have a president that is not part of the deep state, did not need their influence, did not need their money, did not need favors. And I think he scared a lot of people with that, where he's not in debt to these people, this group. And so we have this virus that pops up, right? Now, I've said it before, I believe it's man-made. My belief initially was it was man-made by China, because I believe China has made a few different things in order to try to reduce their population. And, the world is a small place with travel now, like, it's not like 100 years ago or, 60 years ago. People can travel anywhere, and they carry that virus. It transmits quick, right? But this is the thing that, it's bothering me more than anything. And I want people to just think about it. The coronavirus kills people. We know this. Unfortunately, we know this, man. But we're being lied to. The numbers are being fucked with. And here's what I'm talking about. we have all this reporting of the mortality rate of this virus, right? And they're saying out of this many people who contracted the virus, this many people died, right? And the percentage is alarming, right? But it's a fake percentage. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're using numbers of those who have been tested and hospitalized and how many of those people died. But they're not testing everybody. They know. Two universities already came out with studies about this, and both said that the death rate is not much different than the common flu, and that the reason why it's getting the numbers are the way they are is because there are tens of thousands of people who have caught coronavirus, who've caught COVID-19 and had zero symptoms. They did not get sick. Their immune system was able to fight it off to where they didn't even know they had it. They were not tested. They had no reason to be tested. And yet, if they had everyone been tested, everyone on this globe been tested, I'll give you an example. So let's say that right now they're saying, it's a random number, it's just to get you to understand. 1,000 people got the disease and 100 of them died. Okay, well, that sounds bad. But if the reality is that only 1,000 people were tested, and out of the 1,000 tested, 100 died, but the number was actually 20,000 that had it, and 100 died out of 20,000, you can see how the number would drop. It's common sense. And there have been, there was in Italy where it was hit the hardest initially. They went back during their lockdown and tested people and found that 70% of those that were tested that had no symptoms had the shit, had caught it, and it was gone. But they had the antibodies, right? And so it's only common sense to realize that's everywhere, right? So now knowing that these two universities have put these papers out saying this. I believe it was Stanford and USC or UCLA. Knowing that in Europe they've done these tests, and now they're starting in certain places here to do those tests, and they are aware of it. Then who is behind shutting down our economy, shutting down our livelihood, forcing our economy into a recession? We're hearing that we could be the jobless rates could drop to the Depression era statistics. That should scare the fuck out of people. Google what was going on during the Great Depression. Who is benefiting from this? What is their goal? So they're shutting down our economy. Okay. I've been working nonstop since this hit. I'm gonna shop with a bunch of fucking people. Not one of us has got it. Again, people are getting it. Some people are dying. More are surviving it than dying, though, right? But nobody in my shop. All the places that are open, that are conducting business, how many of them are being affected? How many people are contracting it? You know what I mean? But all of this is being overlooked because there's a plan that we don't know. And who is behind this fucking plan? Why do they want to break us? It doesn't make fucking sense to me. It should scare people, though. I think it should scare people. That, put it like this. Now, you can Google it, you can YouTube it. our cattle ranchers are being told to slaughter all their livestock. That will destroy that industry. That will bankrupt these people. And they're saying, well, you have to because the processing plants can't be opened. Why? Those are sterile environments. So they're gonna import beef from where? From China? From these other countries? They can still have their livestock and they can slaughter it and they can process it and they can send it to us. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much weird shit going on with this. I don't get it, man. And I just, it's a quick video, and I just want you guys to think about that. It is serious, but it is no more serious than the flu. It's being propped up as some deadly thing, which, I mean, people are dying, but people die from the flu. People die from pneumonia. People die from chickenpox, But for some reason, everything has been shut down. And people are struggling. People are hurting bad right now. This state, California, is projected to be nearly $60 billion in deficit now. And we have a governor that's saying keep shutting it down, keep it locked down. But yet there's health experts that are coming out more and more now saying we need to open up. These numbers are not real. So I don't know, man. That's my video for today. Everybody be safe, man, and take care. I'm out.